Number 2, Faisal Chowdhury.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. To ask the Scottish Government what its response is to a recent report by NUS Scotland, which state that more than a fifth of international students in Scotland have experienced homelessness during their studies.
Minister Graham Day.
Presiding Officer, Scotland welcomes international students from all over the world. They are an important part of our student community. This report raises significant issues which I know universities will take seriously as they seek to ensure they have robust plans in place to assist in finding accommodation.
Faisal Chowdhury.
Thank you. Congratulations, Minister, on your new position. This week, it is International Student Week. Yet, we are still seeing thousands of students across Scotland struggle through this housing crisis without help from the Scottish Government. Last week, in my members' business debate, I addressed the huge number of houses that are mould-infested and dangerous. Landlords and letting agents are refusing to deal with the issue of damp and mould, and once again, it is students who suffer as they cannot afford to live anywhere else. Can the Minister advise what is being done to ensure landlords and letting agents are held accountable for the structural repairs and damp control in privately rented accommodation?
Minister.
Presiding Officer, this is thank Faisal Chowdhury for his kind words. This is a really important issue. I want to address it, if I may take a moment, Presiding Officer. The Scottish Government, as members know, has no direct role in the provision of student residential accommodation, but we are determined to improve accessibility, affordability and standards in the purpose-built student accommodation which we can influence. So our view is that students should not be disadvantaged in the housing market. The review that's underway in that particular aspect has looked at key issues such as I say, accessibility, affordability and standards. The expert group has involved the National Union of Students, and I look forward to receiving the recommendations on the group soon. And in the context of the wider issue that he highlights in the private sector, in the course of the next few weeks, months, I will be speaking to ministerial colleagues about what more we could do in that space.
Faisal Chowdhury.
I thank the Minister for the answer. The study by NUS Scotland also found that 29% of international students have considered leaving their course because of the financial difficulties, and a shocking 49% have skipped meals due to their financial circumstance. In January this year, I hosted a student housing roundtable in the Parliament. Many international students told me they faced clear racism from private landlords when looking for affordable housing. If they also cannot secure a UK-based grantor, then purpose-built student accommodation is the only option for many of them. These often have difficulties, term lengths, and are far too expensive for most students to afford. Will the Minister agree to meet with me to discuss the housing situation of international students in Scotland? Minister.
President Officer, I'll be absolutely delighted to meet with the member on that issue. And let me be absolutely clear. If there is a sense that there is any kind of racism at play in this, that's completely unacceptable. So I'd be more than happy to meet the member and discuss this further.